Russell?
It really is true. Like there's a lot of freedom. You can find your own mentors within your group or within different groups. When you reach out, you'll get the help.
You're really in charge of your own career, right? Like you have to be your strongest advocate.
And we need to tell everyone that. Especially if you're coming from industry, you're gonna wanna sit at your desk and do your job. And you're probably gonna do your job well, right?
Right.
But you're not gonna do anything above and beyond to be noticed by anyone.
I think the gift about consulting and working here is that every day is a new day.
Every PML, every coach that I've had here has always set me up for success.
And they basically manage the link between what engagements that you would like to be on, what skills you would like to develop.
If you come from industry, you're used to that hierarchical structure where you start out as the associate or mid-management, and you never see a C-level person, your boss's boss's bosses, and that's who we deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Really, if you care and you try, it's really difficult to fail.
You have the ability not to go to a 9 to 5 and do the exact same thing for 25 years.
Because as long as you have a constant positive brand and you are bringing value to the table, other people will find you.
Everyone floods you with resources.
Act the role that you want to be. At the end of the day, it's not just for them, but it's for you to ensure that you succeed in that next new role.
Here, people want you to raise your hand and say, I don't know. And it's not a sign of weakness, it's actually a sign of competency, like, okay, this is what I really know, this is what I don't, but I gotta get there.
At first in your career, you don't understand why you always get the difficult stuff, and then you're like, because I can fix it.
So they turn to people like us to help them shape the agenda.
And a lot of challenges at you, things that you've never seen before, that I've never dealt with, well, go figure it out, right? We're problem solvers.
And they will just lay out on the table, I have this issue and I have this problem.
It's a good thing.
You have to be sharp, you have to know your stuff, and if you don't know, you really should lean on people that do know.
So you don't have to be the smartest person in the room, you just have to be one of the smartest people in the room to help get it done.
When you see someone come from the industry is a bit awakening. The chargeability factor, having to charge your time, be accountable for every half hour and every hour. What did you do?
Been behind our laptop just looking at email, and before you know it, 8 hours pass by and you're just like, what did I do with the day? You still progressed, you had to have, right? You responded to emails, but you have a lot of bad days.
The clients are sometimes going to be very demanding on you.
We have to balance this whole idea that all we do is deliver sexy things. No, we deliver some really boring stuff.
It's oftentimes not what you know, it's who you know. And in KPMG, you learn so many who's.
I'm excited to see in 12, 15 years when these friends of mine, are now the CFOs and what that looks like.
I feel like our culture is it's a bunch of moving parts.
Everyone has a role to play.
But when they're all working and clicking together, it's a thing of beauty.
I just do think that we just have so much flexibility to do what we need to do, when we need to do it, where we need to do it.
This is the first company that I've worked for where I can truly feel like I can bring my whole self to work.
It's work life and personal life balance because they're both my life.
Best thing about KPMG is not getting bored with what you're doing.
The most challenging thing about working at KPMG is sometimes saying yes to too many projects and biting off a little more than you can chew.
The best thing about working at KPMG is the people and the environment that really make it a great place to work.